That's how it's supposed to look. Look at that. So today we are going to be making mac and cheese. So I'm actually really excited about making this dish because it is something that is near and dear to my heart, something that I love the most. There's different varieties of it, but I get to actually use what's outside. Um, we're gonna be making mac and cheese. This is actually one of those dishes that I love making so much. If you have ever been to the food cart or the restaurant, then you know it is something that we don't play around with. So we're gonna teach you guys today, we as in me and myself, I'm gonna teach you today on how to make our delicious mac and cheese. First, the main ingredient that we're gonna be using to season this is this right here. This is my Black Magic, boom, Black Magic Cajun seasoning. This is my own recipe of Cajun seasoning. It is a complete seasoning. As you know, when you go to the store, sometimes there is a seasoning and sometimes it might seem like it's, that's all you need. But no, this has the salt, this has the garlic, the onion, the paprika, the Italian seasoning, the black pepper, the whole thing. It is a complete product. You can catch that in our store, as well as our awesome t-shirts and sweaters. So let's get started making this mac and cheese. So we're gonna start here by putting in our butter to make a roux. All right, so we put that in and we're just gonna get that down to melt. Now after this is all melted, we're gonna add our flour to make a roux. I like light roux on this. I'm not trying to get anything dark. We're not making gumbo. So now that our butter is starting to melt and starting to incorporate, turn this down a little bit. We'll turn it down a little bit. So now that our butter is melted, we're gonna stir in now our flour. You see this is starting to clump, and what we're looking for is to get a smooth roux but not have the clumps. So what I use a whisk and a rubber spatula. Both of those are very important to making a delicious roux without burning it, because we're gonna need it for these corners. So now we're gonna switch to our rubber spatula and we're just gonna get those edges. See, boom. We just wanna make sure we're getting those edges off of there so you don't have anything burning. All right, and then we're gonna add in our heavy cream. All right, we're gonna take that out. We're gonna add in our heavy cream and thin this roux out. All right, so from here, because we're adding our cold, we're gonna wanna crank this up a little bit. All right, so right now we're about 350, which is like a medium to medium high. All right. So look at our roux right here. So now that we added our cream and thinned this out, we're gonna go ahead and add our milk and our heavy cream into the roux. All right. The next thing that I like to do is my secret to some, what I like to do to keep it together so it doesn't congeal and doesn't get greasy the next day, is I actually like to grab some Velveeta cheese. And I'm just gonna mash this up. I put a glove on because I want to mash this up to break it up a little bit to get that nicely melted. Mac and cheese is one of those labors of love. You can't just set it and forget it and walk away, not for a good one. So this whole time we're making this dish, just look, we're constantly stirring, we're constantly scraping our sides because we want to make sure that none of this burns. Because once you burn your roux, so we'll turn this down. So now that our Velveeta is now mixing into our sauce, as you can see, the color is changing a little bit. You never want to get a full bubble. You don't want to boil out of this. You want maybe a simmer at best. All right. Look at that. It's coming together very nicely. It has a nice sheen on it. Okay. Remember, this whole time, we're just stirring away, stirring away. All right, so the next thing we need to do, even though we have our cheeses and we have our roux, these are the flavors, we want to always season our food. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our Cajun seasoning. Like I told you before, this is a complete Cajun seasoning, so you're not going to need to add anything else, just the Cajun seasoning. So we're going to put that in there like so. All right, look at that. See, change the color a little bit. Ah, it smells. It gets me every time. All right, so now I'm going to turn this down to a complete low. So now we're going to get our cheese. So this one here is a 5 cheese blend. Add a little bit of that. And this one here, obviously, it's going to be our mozzarella. So now we're just going to scrape our sides, make sure nothing is burning. See that right there? Oh, yeah. That's exactly what we're looking for. So this right here is my perfect cheese sauce. It is seasoned, it has a perfect consistency, and we are just ready to roll with our noodles. All right. So you add them in a little bit at a time. You have some extra noodles. But what you want is you want a nice coating over all of your noodles. We have our mac and cheese all ready to go. It is seasoned. It has a proper amount of cheese. We're gonna put this in the oven. So I got a baking dish here. I'm gonna spray the sides because I don't want it to stick, and you will thank yourself later when you don't have burnt cheese stuck to your pan. All right, we'll get that going. Here we go. So now, use your forearm strength, and we're gonna put that right in there. Look at it. Oh, yeah. Make sure you get all that sauce, all those noodles. Look at that. That looks so good. It is seasoned. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is get the rest of our cheese and put it right on top and get it ready to bake. All right, so now that we have our cheese on top, we just want to add a little Cajun seasoning, black magic that is, right on top, and then go ahead and put it right into the oven at 450. So you're looking just to have, just to melt it because your noodles are cooked. Everything's already cooked. So you're just gonna go ahead and sprinkle some of that Cajun seasoning, get it right into your oven, and then we'll come back and check it out, see how it is. Of course, I have the bulk version. So I'm gonna take a little bit, sprinkle it right on top. All right. Just a little bit. You're looking for some flavor in that crust. Remember, season every part of your dish. All right, let's go put it in the oven. I am super excited to dig into this mac and cheese. It is cheesy, it is creamy, and it screams, eat me. It is fresh out the oven, so I'm probably gonna burn my mouth doing this, but you know, do it for y'all. All right, here we go, y'all. Oh yeah. Look at that cheese. All right, it is time to go in here. Let's check it out. Oh yeah. Smells just like grandma. Oh yeah. Oh, that roux, that creaminess, it is all amazing. Oh my God, that just gave me goosebumps. That was so good. With the holidays coming up, this is definitely going to be one of the dishes you're going to want to put on the table right next to that green bean casserole because everybody's going to just scoop all this mac and cheese up. Remember, you can make this dish your own by adding any of the other cheeses. You want to add sharp cheese, different mozzarellas, burrata cheese, Gruyere, smoked Gouda, anything you want to add, just substitute the cheeses I use for the cheeses you want to use, and you can make this your own dish. And remember, if you want to get this Black Magic Cajun seasoning, all you have to do is just click the link and it'll take you straight to our store, and then you can get the swag there as well as this awesome Cajun seasoning and also our Dorito powder. Yes, you heard that right, Dorito powder. I'm super excited to introduce that to you guys. We'll make our own Doritos at some point. So until next time, y'all remember, powered by Unicorn Farts.